We've seen a number of plays more than once in the last half year: Inherit the Wind, Macbeth, Arcadia, and most recently Driving Miss Daisy. That's fine with me when the play in the production are as distinguished as Driving Miss Daisy is at the New Jewish Theater. The Pulitzer Prize-winning play by Alfred Gerry begins with an automobile crash, which we hear but don't see. It's startlingly realistic in the Wool Studio Theater thanks to Zoe Sullivan's sound design. A 72-year-old Jewish matron in Atlanta, Daisy Werthan, has crashed her brand new 1948 Packard into her neighbor's garage while leaving her own driveway. She's now uninsurable, so her son, Boolie, hires a chauffeur, Hoke Colburn, to drive the new car purchased with the insurance money. Daisy is Miss Daisy to Hoke, who understands his place in the mid-20th century Southern society. She defies this assault on her independence for as long as she can, before and after Hoke is hired, but resistance is useless. We see the relationship between Daisy and Hoke develop and deepen in a series of vignettes over the next 90 minutes in the theater and the next 25 years in their lives. This personal journey plays out against momentous events brought about by the civil rights movement and the resistance to that movement. One of those events is the bombing of Daisy's temple. The play and this production are distinguished for the same reason: the way they depict change. The conflict within the scene starts out with Daisy as the aggressor over trivial issues about the route to take to the store or the disappearance of a can of salmon. Eventually, Hoke stands up for himself about his dignity as a person. He can do this because he and Miss Daisy and Boolie are all changed over the years by their interaction. These changes are accentuated at New Jewish by the powerful, insightful performances of Kathleen Sitzer as Daisy, J. Samuel Davis as Hoke, and Eric Dean White as Boolie. They all have the same strengths. Their voices and their movements reflect their physical aging and their increasing respect and attachment. Ensemble acting this subtle and this consistent is always a pleasure to see, and is a credit not only to the cast but to their director, Sidney Grossberg-Gronga. She deserves additional credit for keeping the delays to a minimum between scenes. The transitions are facilitated by Duncy Dye's multi-level scenic design, which has some spaces dedicated to the most frequently used settings and other spaces that can be repurposed with a few changes in the props by Meg Brinkley and the lighting by Mark Wilson. Michelle Friedman-Seiler's costumes, Christopher Sifford wigs, and Nancy Bell's dialect coaching all add to the realism of a production not to be missed.
Yeah, I particularly enjoyed Michelle Friedman-Seiler's costume for Boolie in the 1970s, which picked up stuff I unfortunately remember a little too well, some of those styles.
Yes, indeed.
But it is a lovely show, isn't it?